So in your 101 class, you're asked to produce a drawing that looks like this. Of course, it's not going to be a paper drawing. It's going to be a digital drawing. But nevertheless, it would be a pretend sheet of paper that's 17 inches by 11 inches tall, sitting in the landscape direction. It'll have four corners of your box that you've designed for your ARC 101 class. Corner 1, you rotate in the same direction. Corner 2, corner 3, corner 4. You're just going clockwise or counterclockwise. You title it Perspectives. You write Not to Scale, and the second sheet that's required of you will be your flat elevations, and that would be to an 1/8 inch scale. I'll show you how to do that. You title it Elevations, and then you give it south, east, north, west elevations. You don't have to say south elevation, east elevation, north elevation, west elevations. That's a little redundant. Okay, and the carvings of the cube are related to the next elevation next to it. So each time you see the next elevation, you can tell that this line is that line, and that line is that line, as you turn around the cube. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin to set up our sheet of paper. Your Rhino, you should have gone through a step like this and a step like that, and eventually ended up with a model that looks like something like this, but it would be your own design. Okay, so once you've done that, I'm going to go ahead and say, all right, so where do you draw this? Where do you draw the sheet of paper before you put the actual solar gallery on it? So let's go ahead and draw the sheet of paper first. Okay, and to do this, you're going to go to Top View, double click on Top View so you can maximize it. Go somewhere here close to your 0, 0, okay, your X and the Y. And I've pre-made some of these already, and but I'll go ahead and demonstrate them for you as well. Okay, one 11 by 17, the second 11 by 17, with the drawings set into them. But first, I'm gonna teach you how to draw these things. Okay, the sheet of paper. Okay, let's move on and make our own. Go up here. If you already know how to make a new layer, you click on New Layer. Once you're on the Layer tab here, click on New Layer. Okay. I really don't need to make one myself because I already have one. This is called 11 by 17 Paper Edge. Make sure it's current, and I'm going to make a paper edge. So go here to your line work, rectangle, corner to corner. Select it. Okay, click anywhere in here, and grid snap is okay. And type up in the command line at 17, 11. Okay, I type 17 first because I want the 17 direction to go to the X direction. And there you go. That's your edge of your sheet. The next thing, I want to provide a border so I make sure when I'm putting my drawing here, it doesn't step outside of that setback line, so to speak, right? But this is the edge of the paper here, so offset 1/2 inch maybe inwards. Let's go ahead and do this. In the command line, let's go ahead and type offset. Press enter when done. Distance, 1/2 inch. Click on that distance thing here. It's already set at 1/2 inch. I'm going to say OK. There's other options. Make sure the corners are sharp. Through point, yes. Tolerance, both sides, no. So keep that the way it is. Everything stays out the same. If yours says distance equals something else, just click on it and say 0.5. So you make sure you're at 1/2 inch. Okay. Next, go ahead and select the curve to offset. This is the curve. I know it's not a curve, but and move it down towards the sheet, towards the center of the sheet, then select, and there's your offset. The only thing for me, I would like to change that to a preset layer that I made earlier, which is called the 11 by 17 paper offset. Okay, just so I can kind of visibly see what I'm drawing. So this is your 11 by 17 paper offset. Excellent. Once you're moved, see, it actually looks like one of these guys. Once you are finished with this, you may want to actually make another new layer. You click on New Layer, and you call the new layer Text. I've already made one already, so I'm going to make that current. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make some text for this sheet. So to make text, you simply go to Dimension, Text Block, right? Dimension, Text Block, gives you a little dialog box. Height of the text, 1 inch is going to be maybe too big. I'm going to type maybe 1/4 of an inch, and we'll see how big that looks on the sheet. It's going to be for the title of the sheet. Okay, and then I'm going to actually set to the right, and I'm going to center, and I'm going to say perspectives. Make all caps. Perspectives. Okay, I'm going to enter on the keyboard, and I'm going to get rid of the caps and type not to scale. All right. Then you can actually take this and underline it if you want. Okay, and I like to make that title, maybe both of these guys, italic. Say OK. Now let's place that somewhere. Let's get rid of our grid snap. Place your text somewhere here. Okay, and that's good enough. In reality, this text, if you double click on it again, make sure you go down here and not underline, get rid of the underline under the scale. Okay, now say OK. That looks fine. We can adjust it later if we want. So we've prepped one sheet. We know we need one more sheet, don't we? So let's go ahead and copy this over. Say copy in the command line, or you can click on your gumball if your gumball is current right here, and as you click and drag, hit your Alt key on the keyboard. I hit my Alt key on the keyboard, let go, click anywhere, somewhere outside, and now I'm going to go in here and type, fix this text and call this elevations. Okay, but my elevations are going to be at a scale. Okay, and that scale is going to be, if I check my reference, 1/8 inch equals a foot. So I'm going to go ahead and type 1/8 inch equals 1 foot dash 0 inches. All right, say OK and close. You're set to go. You got your 2 sheets prepared, and we'll continue with the next video in placing the drawings. All right.